Hello and welcome to another edition of the Eternal Journey, and here we are today taking a look at the Last Out Ace Hooru deck. I think they made a pretty high in the Masters this month with it, kind of early on. But yeah, this deck is, well, it's back through Copperhall Palace, kind of like reminding people that Hooru does exist, and also this has created a little bit of discussion because it turns out Sack the City might be good. Maybe it's better than Crystallize. I think it probably is because for the most part, most of the best decks don't really play millions of creatures. So, I mean, if you look at FGS, like it's got what 16 units or something, like, and it very rarely has like more than one or two in play. So, yeah, I think that Sack City is definitely better just because you get to get for bajillion damage. But mostly, the Palace is just going to be turning up, withstanding something, letting you get for like a huge chunk of damage, and it really protects itself kind of well because all units with 4 power or greater have endurance. So if you were to say withstand something else, play a power so that Hojan's got 4 power, attack with Hojan, attack with something else. At the end of your turn, Hojan will be seen to like have endurance or whatever, so he's going to ready then, which is, you know, it's kind of nice. But other than that, it's just like a sort of like a Fliers deck. It's got a couple of braces, which is kind of sick because it does help you get up to things like Amilli, but also it means that things like Shelterwing Rider or Eager Owlet are still going to be, well, pretty gas. Even if there's no other Flyers or no Aegis, they're still going to be able to attack and block. So let's get onto the ladder and see what this deck can do. Also, mirror image. Okay, so 1 power, so I guess we'll just rejoin here. And this, interestingly, is a Hooru deck, let's say, that's not sort of capitalizing on sort of like Pledge. It's actually just playing like Hooru good stuff, like multiple unseen commandos. Run the draw, so we should be able to find like a second undepleted power for Dusk Raider. Yep, there we have it. So just like slam Dusk Raider and then just like play Unseen Commando. Pretty nice curve. So Brock's got a chill that we know of. But for now, let's just Raider it up. This has actually been like a really impressive card like since it's come out. If you just looked at it like a 2/2 for 2, you'd be like, yeah, whatever. Oh, our opponent's going big with Last Scroll. Probably because of Cho, I guess. Well, I guess that's kind of fine. Oh, Berserk one, cool. We'll just play Unseen Commando. So we can actually get a Vanquish if we need one. We probably will need one pretty soon, actually, so it might be time to make the Merchant next turn. Oh, we've got one anyway, cool. So cross up to, just grab a Primal Sigil. Attack it, so it's probably Defiance in our future. Oh, okay, there's not. So, I'm not sure if I want to like really go ham here. Yeah, I think we've got like enough pressure in play. But we'll play Dusk Raider. If our opponent hashels us, then like whatever. But I just want to keep our cards flowing so that we can get towards this palace. Okay, so we chose correctly. And we're pretty much rewarded. So let's Crest here. Eager Owlet, probably don't need that. So we've got our 6th power now. And I'm aggressively grabbing Primals just because we do have ways to fetch up our tutor. So getting our damage, I guess. Okay, for 6. What does have a chill? They can't play it yet. And Rizans are only at 2 spells at the minute. But we're probably just going to play Palace and just like give this one Aegis. That does get blown out a little bit by Torch. But okay, that's interesting. So we'll play this. We're just going to kill this, I think, and then just like keep attacking. So we can actually trade into Cho next turn because we can withstand our 6/6 if our opponent plays like the 8th power and then Cho. Don't have any other Vanquishes to be able to kill it though. We're doing the deck, I believe. Oh, just going like mono Rizans, I guess. So this could be a little bit of a fishy trap that our opponent's just like leaving up torch or something. But we're just going to go for it anyway. Okay, so we got away with it. So our opponent has to block here. Well, they don't actually have to block because they're going to 2, but it seems like aggressive not to. Just attacking the site. So a thing plus torch kills our thing, but then we get to... It's not like a finest hour, is it? What's going on here? +1/+1 overwhelm. Yep, it's fine. We're just going to draw some cards. So do these have... Still quite away from lifesteal, so we're okay there. Probably just Wisdom in here, actually. That'll let us do something with like Winchester Merchant plus Mirror Image. I don't think they've used any other merchants, so that hash... Yeah, they're not actually given us a hash roll yet. I just keep thinking that they've done a hash roll, so just like so thinking about it. So Smuggler, is this getting back the show? Yeah, looks like. Okay, let's Wisdom, draw some crads. Let's just sort both of these out. Then, if our opponent doesn't do anything, we should just sort of like run on the spot from this. I don't believe we need any more powers. I guess like last turn we just shouldn't have blocked. Especially because we've got like the replacement palace, but yeah. There's also an element of just like Risen has to attack, so yeah, sack the city. So what can we do here? We can't grab Eilyn, which I think is what we're going to do. Because that'll take this out of the sky. And it's actually just like nothing else we want. We'll turn Palace into Palace. So sort of like the onus is on them to... Yeah, it's definitely on them to make the action. They can do like a bunch of damage with Cho, but they also have to be mindful that Tender can do 5 pings, which would be these 2. There's lots to think about. Because they also need to kill Sight. I think they can do it. They can kill Sight plus kill these 2 if they attack with Cho and have the 10th undepleted power. But if they feel like they need to be defensive, it could be okay. Okay, so they start with treasures, which is kind of a good sign for us. Okay, well, no sacrifices, because we've got a big plan. Aw, I put in, let's do it. I want to knock this out of the sky. Oh well. Okay, so this is actually kind of a nice curve. We've got like Owlet into Enforcer. So I think we'll keep this, just because Amilli's like a really good payoff. And if people are low on things like, well, Vanquish and Spot Removal, then I do like it. Just being able to attack. Ruh-roh. District Infantry. Well, we are under the gun now, but maybe the 0-3 is going to be kind of good. We're going to take a bit of damage, but if our opponent just like only has this in play, we'll just like silence it with Valkyrie Enforcer, like eventually anyway. Oh, well, there's a kind of better target for silencing, but that's probably going to have done its job next turn anyway. Yeah, this Empower is yikes. Well, only one is fine. This is like the least concerning thing. Yeah, probably going to get in a lot of damage here just because of the ability here. So we've taken a lot of damage, but if we survive to a melee, then we're in, well, great shape realistically. So interestingly here, we can play Unseen Commando, but I think we're a little bit too low currently, so let's just do this. If opponent's got a torch, I'd much rather used it like kind of here rather than on the Unseen Commando. So I feel like that's what they've got. That's what this fast spell is. Yep. So that's the torch. Turns off and back into a 0/3. But if we can block like this or this, then you know we should be okay because then we can just play the Unseen Commando. The stance of this is kind of fine. We take 5. Just doing our opponents looks like absolutely whiff for like just this one turn. It's kind of hard for them to whiff because it needs to be like both like a non-power, non-thing. So just like if you just draw an Oni Ronin, that's kind of good. Okay, so attacking with it all. So if we block this, so we're at literal 5. If we block here, we just like take. Huh. This no longer having flying is rough. So I think the only way we could block and win would, well, the only way we could block would just like be leaving us to losing, because then we take 4 and we go to 5. I guess we try it. I don't think there's literally anything that gets us out though. Yeah, just like naked ability's not it. So let's go to the next one. Yikes. Maybe that was not the best keep. Okay, well, we've got a pretty power-heavy hand, but we do get to lead with like a Dusk Raider and Valkyrie Enforcer, so we should be able to like draw into something better. So I'm just going to crest it up. That was just like bottoming any power. And also, kind of a lot of power is okay because we do have things like the Palace and also Eilyn here just to be able to work towards. So we've got a lot of power. Amilli's probably good. Sadly, we don't have a Berserk one. That would have been pretty good for us. Just attacking twice with like the Diesel series is just spicy. Unfortunately, I think I've only ever done it with like the least spicy. So like Wilbury, Behemoth, and Amilli. Never got to do it with a Jack yet. Is it Jack? Oh, whatever the fire one is that puts like... Oh yes. Oh, we nearly got the double hit, but not quite. So let us... Well, we'll just attack here. Okay, we'll give him that actually. I might just go and fetch a Berserk Shelterwing Rider. That seems kind of gas. Is it easy for our opponent to knock the Berserk off? But actually, given we've got like billions of power, just go and get the Palace instead. Yeah, let's get Palace. Palace is gas. Just getting like Defiance or like everyone just like finest hours your Shelterwing Rider with Berserk. I'd be pretty sad, wouldn't I? So we'll do it this way. Another Berserk one of them. So now I'm just going to play this down. You got Owlet with Berserk. Oh yes. Probably not actually. I mean, maybe it was worth keeping because it was like definitely something with Berserk. Also, it's kind of nice we can probably keep the way clear for our little Winchester Merchant here. So, is our opponent actually just like Hooru control? They might be. So this is... Do we have a counter spell? We do not have a counter spell. Do we just go and fetch the banner? But then I've had to have played it this time. It's getting awkward. I think I can hang fire for a turn before we do anything else. Just because I don't want to just like play another unit that's like harsh ruled. I'd rather, if our opponent does harsh rules here, that it just like was an absolute stinker. Oh, this is fine. My opponent's just playing the other deck that's just kind of a bit slow. In which case, this is definitely fine then. So we can get another Vanquish if we need it. So if our opponent played like the Roan Amilli, or if they just like play another one of these. But I think I might just like try to silence it. Because then the Aegis is popped. Oh, Copperhall Palace. That's not going to do it, but... kill our opponent. Don't believe there's anything they can do for like 0 power, so... Big Owlet getting it done. I shouldn't have played much recently, you know, because I've been playing, well, started to play World of Warcraft again. I should kind of like this, and we'll get to Crest away of power, then we'll go like a 3/3 flyer into 2/3 flyer, which is kind of gas. Yeah, it's been playing World of Warcraft again, because I got a little bit excited for it, because I was playing Outward, which got me in the mood for playing some sort of MMO. Get rid of that. And then with Vanilla coming back out, I just thought I'd give it a go, so I'm playing a Shadow Priest in one of my friend's guilds. The old non-threatening 0/3, which hopefully does like 6 or 9 points of damage. Suffocate. Well, now we're in a bit more trouble. I guess Realm could be like a real sort of problem match for us. Because, yeah, it's like mono removal, and they've also got things that don't care about Aegis, like Vara. Just going to get these banners in now while we can, because they've still got like 2 undepleted if we need them. Also, Incold Blood could be really good against us. Yep. So it looks like our hand would have sucked even if we had these in play. Yeah, this is a bit of a stinky. At least if we get a merchant, we can like go and grab Shelterwing, and then we've got like 2 threats in play. Seems kind of nice. Cool. Just flooding in our like base amount of power deck. I am playing powers out. I'm going to keep like 2 in hand, but just because we can do sort of like some expensive turns. Yeah, you go for it, Tiger. Boop, got you. So we are living off the top of our deck, which is realistically just not where we need to be. Maybe we should have played another power so that we could potentially merchant it into Palace. Yeah, that's kind of rough that we were unable to do that. So I'm not bothered about taking 2 here. We could get 2 threats in play, but I do really like Palace. I think it's just really good. So yeah, sort of a mistake that bit us because we did draw the merchant, but I was going to wait. I'm going to guess that opponent's not looks like got main deck mugs here. Also, our opponent using Fire's Favourite now is kind of better. Yeah, just like infinite powers here. So I'm going to play Palace. I'm going to withstand this. If our opponent has a way to kill this like now, they've got like another Annihilate. It's kind of fine. Because they still won't be able to kill the Palace just because they've got 2 in play. Don't do anything. Okay, so opponent's probably going to start to like start pulling ahead properly now because they're going to be able to start playing, hitting ahead, playing their power drops. Them discarding an Incold Blood fills me with dread, I'll be honest with you. So they're at 26, so actually we managed to turn this game around quite a lot here. So let's play Dusk Raider. Then we'll go and get, it's kind of interesting, do we get Clammover or Shelterwing? I think we'll get Clammover just because having one of them with Berserk is kind of gas. And then now life feels good because we can give our entire team Berserk and just like try and kill our opponent. So now it's sort of like on our opponent to do something because we just had like an excellent turn. Sack the city. So, Berserk Amilli. So what can we do here? So I've got an attack for 12 here. So I've almost got like 2 blocks basically. So they block this and they block this. Then we get through for 12. Not quite enough here. I will give this Berserk. I will Berserk this off though. Just like 12 our opponent. Tasty. I suppose we'll Crest here. So we've got top. Oh, unstable farm. Keep it. Reason being that then we'll be able to pair unstable farm with Eilyn to be able to pop the Aegis on this, and then just like kill our opponent pretty casually. So Blast Guy Havoc complicates things, but it'll just be another thing that gets silenced, and then we'll deal like 6. Get to deal like another 14 here. Okay, our opponents help damage themselves, which I'm kind of happy with. I'll be honest with you. I believe that. Yep, this is fine. I believe that previously, if you had an Aegis unit, you wouldn't have taken damage, but now opponents just like killed themselves. Also, Spectres here. I didn't get to show them the sweet technology of like. No one ever lets you play a 7-drop in these like aggro decks. Yeah, sounds nice. I like it. I can play Dusk Raider on 2, so I'm in. Actually, as well, it's starting to get like hot weather over here as well. But you're kind of fine for power. Jar Jar, I'm back. Yeah, but my blackout blinds coming from my office, which is going to be nice. So the actual visual quality should be getting a lot better as well, because all the natural light comes in, because I've got basically this half of my office is all just window. Oh yes, here we go, here we go. Well, let's do the old check for Defiance. Oh, it's not got it. So this can get spooky, just like Berserk Hojan. Because even after like you've got Reckless, like you still basically have 4-3 Reckless, which is a similar position to Rizan, where it's just like, yeah, I got Reckless, but you're just a really big boy. So, In that case, I'm just gonna get him for like 8. This seems good. Hojan's always just like so excited to deal damage. It's like no escape every time. Though we can only do one thing. So let's just make a Dusk Raider. It's sort of feeding our opponent cards, but we've got more on the board, and our opponent can't really like deal with Hojan this turn. Ugh, what's this all about? That's a suspicious attack. Hailstorm? Okay, you go, buddy. Just like always just snapping off Amilli though, in any situation. Like, opponent's got like a turn to answer it, basically. I wonder if like if we block that, does our opponent not use Hailstorm? So if our opponent gets Bring Down, I'm going to be so mad that people are still playing that card, because it's going to so get us. Yep, so we don't want to play Copperhall Braces because that's kind of rough for us. We do, because it gets us up to 6, which is good for the Palace, of course. But do we just Merchant here? Get rid of Owlet, get Banner, so that we've definitely got power. So I'm probably saying good game. I'm very suspicious of this. Yeah, I'll probably give it up. That's probably correct. If they've not got a way to deal with Amilli, then Amilli was going to get like millions of stats just from the Palace here. Okay, so there we have it. That was Lasso Ace's Who Shitters deck, which is yeah, I had fun playing it. I like that Hooru has now just got so many different identities. Like, you've got like the controlling ones and the sort of like the more aggressive ones, but mid-range. But even throughout the aggressive ones, this has got like a different sort of like axis that it's working on as well. So it's not pledge, it's just like really good units, all sort of flying, and just eventually giving all units berserk with Palace, just deading your opponent. But yeah, that's cool. Would recommend it. I keep saying this, but I am actually back now. It's been a little bit difficult to actually find time to record recently, so it's just been a bit noisy in the office, not been able to get sort of like the time for me to do things that require noise. So I've been able to do things that don't require noise. So obviously I've been able to play World of Warcraft for the past couple of weeks, but not been able to do recording. I mean, there's always like an angle where I could record first and then do like the sort of talking afterwards. So like something that Grimfan does on their stream, where they'll play in a tournament, record the games, and then talk over them later. It's not quite going to have the same effect because, well, I don't have anyone in the chat to sort of like talk through things with, but it might be something that next time that happens, that's what I'll do, so that I'm still actually making content. But today I should be making like 3 videos, and then I think I should be able to get back to like proper standard, because like nothing's annoying me right now. I did briefly come back to, I made a post on Reddit about how I was liking the fact that maybe the new sets are going to be quicker. I just said that I've not been around much since the Delve card, and then, oh my god, just like comments from people saying that I was triggered, and I was like, I mean, cool. That's not what I said. I just said this is a time reference for when I stopped sort of like being involved in some community stuff. So it's always interesting that like the people that call people snowflakes and shit like this are always the ones who are sort of like first to just get so extremely mad online about literally everything. I was just stating the facts, but yeah, I hope they're living their best lives. So anyway, I'm back. Going to be making videos again, and it's going to be getting really easy for me, because if we are speeding up the release processes to be like, I don't know, a real set like every 4-ish months, to be more in line with other games like Magic and Hearthstone, that's going to be great for us because we have things to talk about all the time. I am not super concerned for free-to-play players, because I think that if the sets are smaller, then it should still be fine for them. Because if it's a smaller set but more frequent, you can sort of slowly build up decks, sort of like you would do in a paper game, where you've got like sort of like get your collection together and all this sort of stuff as time goes on. So it's kind of like fine, really. And yeah, I'm just sort of looking forward to that. Just always being stuff to talk about, rather than now it's just like you just wait 6 months before you even get spoilers, and then just like it feels like it takes forever, and they're just waiting every day. So yeah, just more things to talk about. And then eventually maybe we'll get separate formats, because we do kind of need rotation now, because we've got like 3 million cards when this new expansion comes out. If it's like another 250 card sets, I've no idea how many cards are in sets actually, but I think we'll be at like 3 million, 6 million, trillion, I don't know. But it feels like we're probably doing rotation, and also rotation is good for me because it means that we potentially get like an alternate format. I believe currently it might only be an event, which is not really what I want. I mean, I like the idea that all your cards are always playable, but then being events only isn't really great. But if I can do content for 2 different formats, then if standard, or like whatever the basic format is boring, we get to do videos for the other one that's interesting. And if that one's boring, we get to go back to this one. And then if they're both boring, then I guess we're doing limited videos. But if things are quickly moving, then things can't stay boring for long, because I think the reason that everyone's sort of bored of FGS is that like we've been playing it since before Vara, like, and nothing's really stopped it because it just kept getting new toys. It's like minor slight upgrades, and just like the new sets have just been so big that it's just been like, here's a huge new archetype that isn't actually complete until the campaign, like Pledge, or whatever tribe, like I don't know, Yetis or whatever, or Minotaurs. Yeah, I'm just sort of going off myself here. I'm going to go get a drink, and then I'll go and make the second video. See you around.